Chris Atkinson, Roshane Patterson. Our topic is anger. Content is just everything that we'll be going through and showing you during the slides. Introduction, why anger? Anger we pick because it's a big emotion going through the world. Everyone goes through it. And being angry is an emotion expressed when things aren't going your way. So what should you do when things aren't going your way in certain situations? Certain things like count to 10, take time to breathe, and walk away from situations that make you mad.
The definition of anger in a sports fan's perspective. Anger is an emotion that sports fans feel when things are in their favor. Things like the officials making a bad call against their team, their favorite player gets hurt, a missed shot to win the championship, or he said we don't have to be in the camera after the first line.
Oh, keep it going.
Their favorite player gets hurt, a missed shot to win the championship, or a blowout loss at home are all things that can contribute to anger in sports fans.
Introduction to scales to measure anger. We can measure anger by being consumers during sports events because they are so passionate and love the sports to keep the updates on watch at work, watch at the gym, and some people actually watch at bars when there's big sport games. People around the world show much about the sports they're supporting because they're really excited. They'll meet the parties for the event that they're watching and speak out of turn saying cuss words.
The theory that we chose for our subject topic of anger was the frustration aggression theory, which pretty much states that when people perceive that they are being prevented from achieving a goal, their frustration is likely to turn to aggression. So for sports fans, their main goal is for their team to win the game. Their perceived roadblocks could be missed calls by officials, injury to a star player, or bad decisions by a coaching staff. And all these factors then accumulate throughout the game, which add to their frustration. Their team is losing and opposing fans starts taunting, which eventually leads to the person reacting with aggression. Then definitions from other disciplines, we went with anger from a psychology perspective, which is viewed as a basic human emotion tied to basic human survival. It could also be dysfunctional because it could lead to health issues and social disharmony. And we went with anger and communication perspective, which could be viewed as negative and positive. It could be a healthy emotion. Anger could be a healthy emotion because it helps focus, it helps forces action. It can change the situation for the better by making the person step back and process the situation to find out why they're feeling angry. And for our expert interview, we interviewed two people right here on campus at Rockford. We interviewed Jack Hogan, and we interviewed assistant coach Joe Clark. And we asked them the same question: how do you define anger in sports perspective? And their responses were similar but different because they both have different experiences and point of views.
They also been around sports basically their whole lives. Jack Hogan being a coach here, I believe, or assistant coach, and he's been coaching high school throughout his career. Honestly, his career. And Joe actually played basketball here, and he's an assistant coach here. So they have many perspectives, also on the court and viewing wise from the bleachers and going to games and seeing anger happen. Anger is measured in other disciplines. This is love anger and sinful anger. And there's different type of emotions going on here. And also it says emotional explanations are used throughout politics, physiology. I think I said that wrong. But scholars disagree on how best that measure emotions.
The items to measure anger and sportsman perspective came up with a little chart. You can measure anger in physical aggression on a scale of 1 to 5, hostility, scale of 1 to 5, verbal aggression, and temper. And these are all factors that lead to anger or are results of anger. And the research trend, you can find anger in the workplace and anger in a lot of different aspects of your life. Anger in the work is particularly negative emotion. In the workplace, it can rub off on managers, subordinates, or coworkers, making them keep your distance or walk on eggshells around the person who is upset. Just as if a fan, as a fan at a sports game, if your team loses, you're visually angry, other fans might try to not communicate with you because they can see that you're down and upset, and they don't want you to get more ticked off and angry than you already are. And our discussion questions: how can anger be controlled in sports settings? And what other factors may impact anger in the sports setting?
I believe certain ways that you could control your anger in sports settings are just tipping your hat off to the other team, even though if the officials or fans is taunting you and officials making bad calls. It's just how your team plays through those calls. And other factors of impact and anger is just turning the other cheek, honestly, and trying to see the good in fans' perspective.
Alcohol might also be another factor that impacts anger for sports fans. If they're under the influence, it might be easier to get angry. In our conclusion, anger plays a huge role in how we receive and deliver information. For sports fans, a sense of entitlement causes anger emotion to come out because you feel as if the team you are supporting should reward you with a win, and when they don't deliver, you feel angry. Our references.
Reference page.
That's good.